Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are now at peace, and our economy is in a bit of a shambles, but that's mostly because we have far too many star bases. So let's go ahead and tick forward a bit here. I've already checked through our jobs, those are all completely good to go. We did that at the end of last episode. Anaxador is not connected to our trade network. Well, that should be easy enough. We will just connect that over to Peya. That'll be fine. No problem whatsoever there. Of course, Peya no longer needs to exist. So we're going to go ahead and downgrade that one, because that station no longer has to be a thing. Anaxador now fills that role. So that's fantastic. Up over here, we've got Paraga. This does not need to exist. Banus does not need to exist. Thamnu? Nope. Get out of here. Damia. Okay. Well, that will immediately move us down to 96 out of 94. We're in a much better position. Of course, I believe I just connected you, Anaxador. Oh, right, because we downgraded Peya. We'll just go to Ezek. That's fine. That'll be absolutely okay. So Anaxador is now connected, and we just need to go through every single one of these bastions. And also, there's an anchorage over here that we could upgrade. We'll go through that in a bit. I think first we need to go through our bastions. That's top priority. So Demon's Maw stays, Suskat's Maw stays, Enigma's End stays, Zilbox stays, Light's End, yup. That one's fine. Kimithar is fine. The 941 Singularity, of course, stays. The Black Hole stays. Devasa Station, yes. Astrikian, that's okay. Sakis Station, yeah, that one stays. Hadar absolutely stays. Berzoon, yup. Halix, yes. Actually, Hadar. This is one we captured. So we need to change this over to a missile battery. Otherwise, this is pretty close. The hydroponics bay should be replaced with a disruption field generator, though. Okay. So the Berzoon station is up here. That one can actually be eliminated. We're going to cancel this ion cannon. We're going to downgrade that. And we're going to get rid of the Monarch of Fire class ion cannon. Okay. The Sol Station, similarly, this is an anchorage. This could be downgraded. I think we're going to keep it as is because it's an anchorage. Gatria needs to be swapped over. So gun, missile, hangar. Gun, missile, hangar. There we go. And we need to remove the Naval Logistics Office here. A target uplink computer is the way to go. A defense grid supercomputer. A disruption field generator. And a... what did we want the last one to be? I feel like we're missing something here. What do we got? Target uplink computer, defense grid supercomputer, disruption field generator, and the last one should be a communications jammer, but we already have that. That's the problem. This one needs to be a disruption field generator. Okay, I was confused by the fact that they actually had a correct building here. Fantastic. So that's Gatria controlled. So where are we here? Ah, yes. We weren't actually at Gatria. So Sakis is good. Hadar was good. Terminal egress, of course. Ophil. Gindix. Yes, that's fine. Same with Azax. Trab is, of course, okay. Although, do we control the other side of this wormhole? No, we don't. Okay, so Trab is fine. Anaxador is, of course, going to need to be replaced with a missile battery and a hangar bay. And a missile battery and a hangar bay. And this ice mining station should be a defense grid supercomputer, and this command center should really be a disruption field generator. Okay, there we go. Kasora station can stay. Raltree station stays. Dongle stays. Atlaba stays. Sheet stays. Ukbia stays. Strebor stays. Yelbarasta, yep, that one's good. Debux is good. Erich, yes. Velderam, yes. This station here. This one should be moved into Kawig. So we'll get that going. Rimborth is a trade station, so that's fine. Farathan can be downgraded, for sure. We'll get back to that in a moment, though. Tyrim is okay. Wayfreight is fine. Here, Mathrios is still good. Sapad would need to be connected up, but this is not a necessary station. We'll get rid of that one. Theglin is good. Tetia Lara. This one is actually unnecessary once we get the one in Cowhig going, so we'll go ahead and downgrade that. The Roskin station is good. Ibaka is good. Tremus and Unith are both good. Urantok, yup. Nitris, sure. Olcad is fine. Raskamir is okay. Nikor is okay. Jinkath, this one needs to be downgraded, for sure. Rakaron is okay. Ishtram, of course, stays. Amania absolutely stays. Grumium absolutely stays. Earl stays. Okay, so Thrish. This one we can downgrade. We're now in trade hubs. So all of these trade hubs are reasonably fine. This anchorage needs to be connected to the trade network, but otherwise is okay. We're just going to have it go directly to Haven Sky, like so. The Gatria station, that one will just connect to Sol. That'll be fine. Now that's, of course, a trade hub in Gatria. Oh, this is Gatana. Well, we got Gatria connected in anyway. So Gatana over here. This is a trade station. That's completely fine. All of these should be fine to be trade stations. We're not concerned about trade stations at this time. Similarly, anchorages should all be fine. We don't need to go through all of those. This one, however, I'm going to downgrade. Okay. So that wasn't too bad. We'll go ahead and tick forward here. 88 out of 94. That should put us not quite positive in the energy credits. Okay. I was expecting us to be positive in the energy credits. Good to know. I guess that's probably because we just took over all these worlds, and they're going to require some work to come online. So that'll be fine. I also want to make sure that our armies are traveling to Haven Sky, and they are. Okay, good. We are probably going to want to reinforce those. How many do we need? 26 and 6 is the total, so we need like 32. We're going to go ahead and get those recruiting right now. And those are, of course, going to be clone armies. And they are going to be Bilnok. Okay. How many is that? It's like 17? Sure. We'll get a few more of these going. And that is perfect. 30. Well, that's 31. 34, 35. Okay, that's the correct number because this is 0 indexed. Perfect. Okay, we are apparently frozen, but there we go. We're good now. So we're at 457 energy credits. Okay, so edict-wise, this is looking reasonable. Sounds good. We can check through for additional jobs at this time. Some of our constructions will probably be finishing up in a while. We weren't ticking while we were checking through our bastions because I didn't want to hit month ticks until we were below our starbase cap, so that's fine. Okay, so that's all good. Wonderful. Traders are steering clear of gang wars on Natraxia too. That's not ideal, that's for sure. And all that terraformation is not hugely helping either. But we definitely need to go through and spend some alloys, so we will go ahead and do so. We'll queue up all of our defense platforms for Demon's Maw. We're full on minerals, we'll sell those off. Suskat's Maw, of course, will also need 12 defense platforms. Enigma's End, we'll put those in. Zolbok's Maw, we'll get those in as well. 102 is a lot of defense platforms. There's no doubt about that. Like, each of these are extraordinarily expensive in upkeep costs. There's no doubt about that one. But also, we can afford it. Rising unemployment, we will go ahead and institute increased benefits. We will work on our worlds soon enough, but for right now, I want to get all of these constructions working. More than anything, I just want to get these online. So I want to check ion cannons. We should have ion cannons in like all of these locations or almost all of them. So that'll be fine. The Devasa station, this is all completely okay as well. Okay, so there's all of our alloys spent. It looks like we're trending towards becoming positive. Yes, we are now positive on our energy credits, so that's great. I'm assuming we have all of our ships built up. Yes, we do. Perfect. Our mandate is unfulfilled. That's to be expected, of course. Now we're pretty negative in food at the moment, and that's largely because we took over all of these worlds. We'll get those whipped into shape soon enough. But for right now, we don't really have too much that we can do. We mostly just need to tick forward a bit here. And yep, that'll be fine. This Forge world here, we do require additional jobs on, and we'll go ahead and put in alloy nanoplants. We've also got a lot of crime on here. One thing we could do is launch an anti-crime campaign. And we'll just go ahead and do that. Cool. Now that just costs us $250 to start it, and doesn't have an associated upkeep cost other than the energy credits. So that's fine. Cool. So we'll get all of that ready to go. We are doing absolutely fine on alloys. I think right now, we're actually doing fine on energy credits as well. That's turned right on around. That's great. What we need more than anything right now is food generation. So that is needing to be our biggest focus economically at the moment. And when is our truce up? Let's see. 2642, so 9 years. Okay. Sounds good to me. We are, of course, gaining more alloys than ever before. And we'll be able to tear our way through these defensive platforms pretty quickly here. So we're already down on the Zarican black hole. No, we're even further. We're on the Devasa station. So we'll go ahead and queue up all of those. A Streakian will, of course, be next, but I do want to check. Yeah, the Cowig station needs to be upgraded to a Starhold immediately. So that's a very high priority. We'll get that going. And then go back up to a Streakian here. Oh, we're full on minerals again. We'll just sell those off. And we'll buy in a few alloys so that we don't cap out. Okay, so the Astrekian station. We will go ahead and get this capped out on its defense platforms. The Sakis station, this has a long ways to go. So let's hold off on the Twilight's Judge class for the moment. I want to go through and make sure that everything has its ion cannons queued up. We know that most of these have it, and in locations that already do have it, we're just going to put in 3 Twilight's Judge class defense platforms for right now. So terminal egress is fine. We'll put those in. The Ophiel station should be fine as well. Gindix, yes. Azax, okay. Now we need to wait for this month tick, which is right now. We are out of food. Okay, that is a problem, and we definitely need to buy in food. We're going to buy in 5,000 to keep us going for a bit here. So, let's see. That was the Azax station? Yes. So, the Trab station, we will go ahead and build more defense platforms on. Anaxador is going to need ion cannons, so we will await the next month tick for that. That's going to be a while, but we know that we're on Anaxador, so let's see if we've got any jobs to address our food crisis available. Currently, the answer to that is no. That's okay. Well, actually, this Forge world does. We've got exotic gas refineries on here right now. I'm going to replace that with food processing facilities, and we're going to put in an agriculture district here. It's not exactly specialized, but we desperately need the food right now. So that'll do. This Forge world has finished its construction here. It still requires 5 jobs, and we will go ahead and put in an alloy nanoplant. That will actually finish the job there. That should get all of the jobs that we need. It's not going to help our food, but that should do the trick. So Anaxador, we're going to go ahead and put in our 2 ion cannons. On Kasora, we're going to put in 3 defense platforms. On Raltree, we'll put in 3 defense platforms. On the Dongle station, 3 defense platforms. Cool. And Sheet needs ion cannons. So we'll need to wait for the month tick on that one. We are definitely running low on food. We'll go ahead and buy in another 5,000 of that. And I'm actually going to add a new monthly trade. We're going to buy in 1,000 food per month. Now that's not going to, I think, completely fix this. Yeah, we need like 1,600. Like 1645, I think it was. Yeah. So we'll call that good for now. And we were on the sheet station? Yes. So 2 ion cannons go in there. Let's see. We should have ion cannons here. Yes. The Streamlining station. Okay. I'm actually only going to put in the 2 defense platforms from here on out, I think. Just because we are definitely running low on alloys. We're going to sell these minerals. And you can tell that buying the food is really hurting our energy credits. There's no doubt about it. That is not great for our economy. We'll put in 2 defense platforms here. Actually, it went 3. I guess that's okay. 2 here. 2 here for the moment. I guess I'm double-clicking it, but it's sometimes putting in 3 when we're laggy at the time. That's interesting. I'm not sure exactly what's causing that, but it must have something to do with the queue processing. So we'll put those in there. In Firmathrios, we just need defense platforms as well. A lot of these are solid and good to go. Okay, that's great. We're going to get all of these Twilight's Judge class defense platforms that we can built up. You can see here we have dipped negative in our energy credits. That's unsurprising, but our bonuses in consumer goods and minerals should keep us afloat for the time being. Okay, so we were on, let's see here, the Roskin station. We'll put in 2 defense platforms there. The Abaka station, 2 defense platforms. Tremus, 2 defense platforms. Unith, 2 defense platforms. Urintok, I guess 1 defense platform will do for now. We are out of alloys for the moment. But we're also almost through all of our bastions here. So that's wonderful. Just as soon as our month tick comes in here. There we go. 3 defense platforms here. We've definitely got our defense platforms, or rather our ion cannons, in almost all of these locations. Just want to double check all of these. No defense platforms on Amanyea. Okay. So we definitely need to put in 2 ion cannons here. That's top priority. Otherwise, this looks good. So we'll put in 2 defense platforms here. We'll wait for the month tick.
We grow ever stronger.
Indeed we do. The Cowig station has finished up, so we obviously want to get this upgrading ASAP. As soon as this month tick comes in, we'll get that done. There we go.
Intellectual booty.
So we now know that we have all of our ion cannons except on the Cowig station ready to go. Let's see. We definitely want food from jobs, right? That's very important for us. We're driving the galactic food prices up dramatically right now, and we will need to deal with that. Okay, the Ishram station will get 3 defense platforms. This one's fine for now. And the Ural station. Perfect. We're full on minerals here. We'll go ahead and sell those. And we're also going to buy in a few additional alloys. Cool. So at this point, we can go back up to the top. I'm not going to bother going through and making sure that they're all building at the same time. I don't think there's much point in that at all. We know we have the 2 ion cannons everywhere at this point. So we're just going to pour alloys into the Sakis station for right now. There we go. We can wait for the alloys to build up a bit at this point. So let's see if we've got any jobs to address our... Ooh, yes. This, I'm switching to an agro world. We're going to swap these alloy megaforges for food processing facilities. Now we do have this Ministry of Production on here, which I'm going to demolish. And we're going to replace this with an agriculture district. And we're going to put in a bunch of agriculture districts here. Like all of them that we can build. There we go. A lot of them will be idle for the moment. That's fine. We can back off our food buy order. We'll back it off to simply 1,600 for right now. Excellent. What else can we potentially work on here? This Forge World here, I think that this one is acceptable to keep as a Forge World. We're going to put in alloy nanoplants here because this is a specialist job. So that'll be just fine. Okay, governing ethics attraction. I like it. That's pretty solid right there. Anything else down here? Oh yeah, this foundry station requires 3 ruler jobs. We're going to resettle those over to... Let's see, that's the housing, right? I wanted to resettle those over to... Let's see here. Where were you? Yeah, this one. Okay, so let's find that guy. We're going to have to wait on demotions, for sure. This ocean world here. But all 3 of those are going to go over there. They will, again, have to wait on demotions. The agriculture districts will give us the housing that we need. That'll be fine. Okay, what else do we have down over here? On this unification center, this would be an okay unification center. We can go ahead and put in an administrative archaeology. Okay, there we go. And get this heritage site upgrading. On this foundry, we've got lots and lots of housing. So that's not a concern. We'll put in alloy mega forges here. And we're also going to put in a foundry archaeology. That should solve all of our jobs. On this forge world, we need 2 jobs here. We're going to resettle those over to that same agro world that we were doing previously. So where are you? This one. Now we're going to have to wait for demotions here as well. That's understood. But otherwise, we're good over here. So that's fantastic. We can back off our buy order here by another 100 food, and that's exactly what we want to do. This will put us negative a little bit, but that's fine. That should be completely and totally okay. So we were on the Sakis station here, and this has a long ways to go. No doubt about it. We're going to fill out all of the defense platforms that we can here. We're still going to need a lot more. But that's okay. We have quite a long ways to go. The Demon's Maw is going to finish up fairly soon. It's well over 300k. Like, this is a devastating station to attack. I would not want to attack that station at all. We're full on minerals. We will sell off those minerals to bump up our energy credits a bit. We must be frozen here? Like, we're not full. Okay, there it updated. Fantastic. We're going to go down to the Sakis station again and continue to queue up a few defense platforms. Energy credits are going to be a bigger and bigger issue for us going forward as we get all of these defense platforms finished up. That said, we're going to be angling to, if they declare war on us again after the truce, we're going to be angling to reduce our number of defense platforms pretty dramatically. So that'll be fine. No jobs to go through. Actually, there is. This agro world requires a job, and we are incredibly happy to put in an agriculture district right now. That is very, very important to us. Good. So that'll all be fine. We can put additional alloys into the Sakis station. And we will go ahead and do so. And actually, we've capped out the Sakis station. So that's wonderful. The Hadar station will be next. That has a long ways to go on its defense platforms as well. Like, a really long ways. So we'll build a few defense platforms here. Those will get finished up eventually. We're at plus 83 on food. We're going to back off our buy order by another 100. Fantastic. So we're continuing to work on our economy a bit here. Another thing we could potentially do, if we had any building slots available, is we could put in food production in these stations. Unfortunately, we don't have building slots available, so that's not going to be a thing. And this Cowig station here, that's going to be ready to be upgraded again here fairly soon. We need to get that up to a citadel as quickly as we can. So another 120 days there. But it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue investing in our defensive perimeter here and really looking towards this next war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.